and she's
Wait.
100%.
So
Yeah,
she
was there trying to make her jealous.
So she invites, she says, I'm going to pick the place. You go to this place. She picks a place where her ex-boyfriend works. I don't like that either. Let me bring Shannon in. I forgot to mention that Shannon is here. Shannon, what are you doing?
Oh.
Why would you do that?
Hi. Yeah, okay. Well, first of all, my ex is not the reason I picked that bar, like, at all. I had no idea he still even worked there.
Oh, and Rob, you just weren't having it. You were like, I just don't want any part of this.
No, it's just not for me. And sure, I 100% could go the other way. But I don't know, man. It's like, I've been in those situations before. I'm getting too old. I need to keep doing that.
Yeah, I probably would have left too.
She wanted to make her ex-boyfriend jealous, so she decided to take her date to the bar where he works, and it backfired. Now she is sad because her date waited until she went to the toilet and left the restaurant and never spoke with her again.
Okay, so what happened? Because she called us and said that she enjoyed meeting you and, yeah, I guess was having a good time on the date. Went to the bathroom. She said she came back and you were gone. And you didn't text her and tell her why. You didn't tell anyone. You didn't tell the server. You didn't leave a note. You didn't say if there was an emergency. And you haven't reached out or responded since. Why did you leave the date so abruptly?
Yeah. Okay. I mean, Shannon was dope. Shannon was cool. We met online. Gonna go get drinks. Didn't really know where to go, so I let her pick the place. Thank the Lord, I let her pick that place. Because we get there, and everything's going fine. Like, everything's going fine up until this point. But as soon as we get there, I didn't know if I was crazy or what, but there was some weird-ass tension between her and the bartender, and she was getting, like, really weirdly touchy and flirty. And I don't know. There was something inside me that was like, I don't trust this. I don't really know what this is. So she got to go to the bathroom, and I just caved. So I went up to the bartender. I was like, hey, man to man, like, what's up? What's going on? Truly, I got no stake in the game right now. And she's 100%.
So
Yeah, she was there trying to make her jealous.
So she invites, she says, I'm going to pick the place. You go to this place. She picks a place where her ex-boyfriend works.
I think it was all about letting him know that she moved on, but she wasn't smart about it. I guess she didn't know that her date was confident, and now she lost her opportunity with him.
That's why she picked the place. Not because it had, like, the best margarita. It's because this dude is working there, and she wanted to upset him.
Yep, 100%.
I don't like that either. Let me bring Shannon in. I forgot to mention that Shannon is here. Shannon, what are you doing? Why would you do that?
Hi. Yeah, okay. Well, first of all, my ex is not the reason I picked that bar, like, at all. I had no idea he still even worked there.
Oh.
This is hard to believe. Did she think that he got fired? Why wouldn't he be working at his workplace? Out of hundreds of bars in the area, why would she take him to the exact place where her ex works?
Okay. Oh, they have the best tavern-style pizza there is what it is. Some people call it just pizza. But why? Well, then why would you pick that place? Oh, you could pick 1,000 other places. You don't have to pick the place where your ex works.
The date.
Right. After you went to the bathroom, you come back, dude's gone. Did you stay at the bar with your ex-boyfriend?
No, I just said good to see you when I left.
No, I mean, there's two ways to look at it. You can get up and storm out, which is what he did. Which, I mean, hey, look.
His decision is understandable. Who would want to go on a date with someone who clearly still has feelings for her ex? The fact that she felt the need to go to his workplace just to make him jealous implies that she still has unresolved things with him, so it is better to let her solve it before moving forward.
Trust me, you don't necessarily want to meddle in someone's effort to make someone else jealous because that means there's still feelings and communication and whatever. And Rob, you just weren't having it. You were like, I just don't want any part of this.
No, it's just not for me. And sure, I 100% could go the other way. But I don't know, man. It's like, I've been in those situations before. I'm getting too old. I need to keep doing that.
Yeah, I probably would have left too.
He just didn't want to be in the middle of anything. This situation can bring a lot of drama, and he didn't want to be part of it. I won't even go to the state my ex lives in. She wanted to show the ex that she moved on. She knew what she was doing. Accident? Why go somewhere where your ex might work at? Newsflash, nobody believes you. I don't buy that story. There's no way you forget that your ex works there, and why wouldn't he still be there? It's not like it's years ago. It seems like she wants to get a reaction from her ex. Maybe she wants to give him the impression that she has moved on. She knew he worked at that restaurant, and probably she also knew he would be working on that shift, which is exactly why she chose that place. The fact that she insisted on picking the restaurant herself is a clear sign that she wanted to use this opportunity to make her ex jealous. It's almost comical that she expected her date to believe it was just a simple coincidence. The moment her date noticed something odd going on between them, it became clear that her behavior wasn't normal. She couldn't hide her intentions, and her actions made it obvious to her date that they had some history. He was suspicious even before her ex confirmed that they dated in the past. But he did the right thing by removing himself from that drama. Realizing she still wanted to make her ex jealous was a major red flag. It signaled that she still had feelings for him, so as a smart man, he understood that this was not the kind of dynamic he wanted to be involved in. He knew that situations like this only bring unnecessary drama, and wisely chose not to be part of it. The most amusing part is how she wanted him to believe that she picked the restaurant randomly without any ulterior motives. But he was smart enough to see through it, and unfortunately, the plan backfired. I hope she learned from this experience and will avoid creating similar situations in the future, as this type of behavior can drive away men who could genuinely value her and the relationship.
Next, we have independent women who believe that a man shouldn't be dating if he isn't willing to pay for their food.
So he knows I'm going to lunch.
He knows you're
He
going to
knows
lunch.
my vibe. He knows how I like to move, and he only sent $30.
I'm not going to bend over backward for a man that is just sending whatever he can. But if I'm talking to him, next time I'm out and he says, oh, you need something for lunch, I'm going to tell him, it's okay, somebody already sent me $100.
Okay. If we're being completely honest, right here, right now, we've all eaten lunch for $30.
Yes.
Let's start
100%.
Wait, cute little cafe spot, baby.
I
You
get
get
lunch for $17. Not even snap us and get something popping, but
We're not saying that we're ungrateful.
Right.
Food is food on the table. However, you know what the standard is.
Correct.
Me in that situation, handling it with grace. Thank you so much, baby. I'm so
Yes.
appreciative. I'm going to still take a picture of that bill and I'm going to send it to him.
Why is he responsible to pay for her food? Isn't she working? This is the best moment she should use to show how independent she is, but it seems like she forgot about that detail.
Thank you for the 30. That was the tip.
also, men, if you know that you cannot give $30 or if it's hard for you to give, then you need to date within
Don't
your...
date. Do
You
not
can
date.
No, you can.
Do not date.
But date with the woman that, number
not
one,
date.
does not have that expectation, or number two, it's in that range.
Is anyone else tired of these conversations? And not a single wedding ring in sight. That's why I stopped dating and built my sneaker collection. Turn everyone's mic off. Why don't they have their own money to go out for lunch? Why expect your man to give you money for it? Nobody is buying them lunch. At some point, I think they need to increase the price of podcast equipment because it's obvious this is getting out of hand. What happened to being strong and independent? Why do they need men's money if they're also working and can pay for their own lunch? I'm so confused by their mindset. As adults, we're supposed to take care of ourselves, and if someone sends you money for your lunch, it should be appreciated as a kind gesture, no matter the amount. It was interesting when one of them stated that men shouldn't be dating if they aren't willing to pay for their food. This raises another question: why are they dating if they can't afford their own meal? It seems like they have more important issues to focus on, like their finances, which clearly need more attention. Why are they worried about someone else's money when their own situation seems to need work? It's always fascinating that whenever the topic of money comes up, everyone conveniently forgets that they are strong and independent. This move is really smart. They pick and choose when to be independent. When the bill comes, the narrative of independence goes out the window. They switch gears to expect traditional roles, which is quite strategic but inconsistent. It's hard to understand their stance when they claim independence but expect financial support at the same time. This selective approach shows how they navigate the conversation depending on what benefits them at the moment, which leaves a lot of confusion about their true beliefs.
She doesn't know where else to go to find a single man, so she decided to make this video to get a direction.
This is a question to single 30-year-old men, okay? Asking for a friend, not me. Where do you frequent? Because I'm a single girl, my friend is a single girl, And she's not on dating apps, and she's trying to find a husband at some point. But there doesn't seem to be any single, straight, 30-year-old men that are attractive. Anywhere. London, Weymouth, Southampton, any of the south of England. Doesn't seem to exist. Like, has there been some kind of apocalypse that I didn't realise?
There is a good margin of attractive guys who are still single, but the challenge is to figure out why they are not on her radar.
Is everyone married? Like, what's the situation? Where are you? Because, you know, my friend wants to meet a husband in the next, 5 years. There doesn't seem to be any straight men anywhere, okay? Maybe, late 20s, early 30s. If you know, just let me know, because my friend might want to go there to potentially meet a husband. Thanks so much.
Staying single, thanks. Getting ghosted isn't fun. They do exist, just not the ones you want. They don't need to frequent anywhere because they're already in relationships. I'm at home, to be honest. I'm not single, but just wanted to say that looks are not everything. Give people a chance. You could be missing out on being really happy. They exist, they are just still figuring it out. A large percentage of the guys she is after are either already in a relationship, or if they are single, they are not actively looking for anything serious. This is one of the main reasons she is struggling to find them. The pool of available men is smaller than she thinks. Moreover, a significant percentage of them are simply minding their own business. After a long day of work, you won't find them at nightclubs or bars. Instead, they're heading home, working on themselves, pursuing hobbies, or just relaxing for another day. These types of guys aren't actively on the dating scene, which means it will take more effort to get their attention. Since they aren't chasing relationships, it's up to women to make a move if they're interested. If they don't, these men will continue enjoying their peace of mind and personal time without any rush to change their status. In the comment section, many women were asking the same question, expressing confusion about where to find single men. This is another reason why those who are in relationships should appreciate and value their partners, as the dating scene is becoming increasingly difficult, and finding a good partner isn't as easy as it used to be. Lastly, it was amusing when she claimed she was asking this question for her friend, not for herself. There's no shame in being single and wanting to know where the single guys are, but she probably didn't want to seem desperate on social media. Eventually, she'll realize she's not alone, and that might give her some comfort as she navigates the dating scene.
Excuse me, ma'am. Where would you want a man to take you for a first date?
Like a food spot.
Would you want something casual or something more fancy?
What's a good restaurant? I'm sorry. I'm trying to think.
Cheesecake Factory?
Oh, that's like fancy. Yeah.
That's fancy to you.
Have you seen their menu to book?
So what's the most you would expect this man to spend if he took you there?
First date. It's the first date. I don't know you, you don't know me. We're like type shit. You know what I mean?
So no more than how much?
I would be impressed by okay, you have a drink, I have a drink. Maybe you have two, I have two. So $400 for the drinks. I'm sorry. $20 for each drink. So that's $80 for the drinks. And then we have food. So that's another $20. So that's $200 at Cheesecake Factory.
So if that's the amount I spend on you up front, does that set the tone for the rest of the relationship?
I wouldn't say that's the tone, but I would like him.
Very refreshing and reasonable. Her answers made her even more fine. Where can I find this queen? She's definitely classy and beautiful. Finally, we have someone who is realistic when it comes to her expectations for a first date, and I was pleasantly surprised by her response. It's rare to find someone who isn't caught up in the fairy tale mindset that many people seem to have these days. Her grounded approach is a breath of fresh air, and with this mindset, she will definitely go far. She understands that the first date doesn't need to be extravagant or over the top to be meaningful. This kind of thinking will not only make her more approachable, but also increase her chances of meeting quality guys who will want to take her on dates. There won't be unnecessary pressure, and it creates an environment where both people can feel comfortable without the need to prove anything beyond simply getting to know each other. With the dating world full of unrealistic demands and expectations, her balanced perspective really stands out. She seems to value the connection more than superficial displays of wealth or grand gestures, which is probably why she won't have any trouble finding genuine guys to go out with. Her mindset shows that she's not living in a fantasy world, and that level of maturity helps to build long-lasting relationships. She understands that a first date is about getting to know each other, not about how much they spend.
Welcome to our self-development section. In today's video, we will talk about the barrier that separates most people from their goals, and if they are willing to remove that obstacle, they certainly will achieve it.
It's a quote that I've fallen in love with. The magic you are looking for is in the work you're avoiding. Fuck, dude. The magic you are looking for is in the work you're avoiding.
Deep down, you know it's true. Most of us dream of achieving something meaningful in our lives. It could be our dream job, the business we want to start, our physical appearance through exercises, the promotion we desire, or something else. In most cases, those goals can be achieved if we are willing to put in the amount of work and effort required. This is where most people fall short. Most of us know what we need to do. We also know that if we do it, the likelihood of achieving it increases dramatically. But the sad part is that only a small percentage of people are willing to do what is needed to achieve their goal. As he said, the magic you are looking for is in the work you are avoiding. In other words, what separates you from living the life you want or making your dream come true is the work you are avoiding. Therefore, stop avoiding it. You need to face and work on it every single day, and you will see the result. When it comes to this subject, there is no shortcut. It won't magically happen to you. You will need to do what is required so that you can have it. Without that work, you will be like the majority of people who keep wondering, what if? Don't let that bar keep you away from your dream life. You can do it. It's just a matter of willingness. If you want it, go and get it. It won't be given to you. You will have to put yourself out there and go after it. How do you think that you are going to get the perfect body you desire? Do you think that staying in bed will do it? You already know the answer. You will have to go to the gym. What about the business you want to start? I know you have a great idea, but if you are not doing the required diligence to make it happen, it will never happen for you. This isn't something that will be given to you at some point. You will have to go and get it yourself, otherwise you already know. It won't come to life. This is all for today's video, and we hope you like it. Make sure to check our channel tomorrow for another exciting content, and don't forget to subscribe on your way out.